This spring, you need nutritious, convenient meals to energize you for warmer, active days and to keep you on track reaching your goals. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit, can help you fuel up for fast and ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and tackle everything you need to do on your to-do list, okay? I'm telling you right now, it's happening. Head to factormeals.com/YKWD50 and use code YKWD50 to get 50% off your first box. 50% off your first box. This week's YKWD is sponsored by BetterHelp. But getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing, okay? If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. I mean, just give them a try. It's entirely online. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You have to park a car. You have to wait in the lobby and see maybe people you know, and now they know you're going to therapy. It's convenient, flexible, suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/dude today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/dude.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is the live YKWD from the Moontower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas, live at the Creek at the Cave. Right before we were start to record, the camera fell off the tripod and would no longer record. So the first 20 minutes are a little janky with the video, but it does improve 25 minutes in. Our apologies about that. Long story short, Mush has to be Justin Silver's human share for a while. All right. Thank you. Enjoy the show.
Yeah, baby. We're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact. The YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started. Before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up. You're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original.
Give it up for your host, Robet Kelly! What's up, fuckers? How you doing, all right? Let's just get into it. You ready to go? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for my guest. Come on up here, motherfucker. Come on, get up here. Big J, oh, sorry. Big J Oakerson and Mr. Joe List. Give it up. Where the fuck is Big J? Where the fuck is Big J? Oh, there you are. Big J Oakerson, everybody. Right there. Get comfortable. Oh, I should do what they did last night on the Comedy Jam. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the godfather of New York comedy, Big J Oakerson! And Joe List.
I paused back there because I don't do double intros, dude. You give me and Joe both our own shine.
You're easy with the word.
You did. Yeah, Bobby, you got this. I wish Josh
got
was
this.
here. I wish Josh was
Josh,
here.
you know Josh?
Adam Myers.
A few people. The Comedy Jam? Fucking fun, right? Yeah, I did it last night with Big J, and he introed Jay like he was the motherfucker in the world. The place went nuts. I mean, whoa! And in the middle,
It was beautiful.
it was fucking insane. It was insane. In the middle of his fucking rousing applause, they went, and Bob Kelly.
He's not lying. It was uncomfortable.
It was fucking uncomfortable.
It was.
I saw Paul McCartney do that with Bruce Springsteen and Stevie Van Zandt, and he brought up Stevie second. He literally went, at the Madison Square Garden, went, Bruce Springsteen! Like, the place went crazy. And I'm like, you gotta introduce Stevie first. And by the way, and you guys, one of you is not Stevie Van Zandt. You guys
Well,
are
that's
both.
kind of, you made me fucking Stevie Van Zandt in the story.
He's-
Everybody here went, Bob, Stevie Van Zandt.
Well, you got to be in The Sopranos. You got to be the worst part of The Sopranos.
Yeah. You think Stevie Van Zandt was the worst part of The Sopranos?
Yes.
What the fuck? Why?
I'll go one further. He's the reason I can't watch the program.
Because of Stevie Van.
He's
Why?
He's got. It's like it should be like he should be canceled for that portrayal of Italians.
Well, it's also just not. I can't not see him wearing the schmata on his head and
Why are you getting more Jewish as you get older?
getting older, dude.
Whitefish, schmata, ugh.
Whitefish salad. The schmata on his head, and they sing like dangerously gaily cheek to cheek into microphones together with Bruce Springsteen. So then him being like, "Tony, it doesn't register
I
for me."
actually think he's one of my favorite characters on The Sopranos. Thank you for nodding your head, sir. And thank you for nodding your head again. I got two people on my side.
I like him if you like him.
What the fuck is that?
He's great.
That's not good. Why would you flip-flop like that, Joe?
Because I can feel everyone being like, "Fuck, we saw Joe's movie. He stinks. Maybe we think he stinks." So I'm like, "No, he's
Oh,
good."
that's you're projecting that.
That's
not
bullshit.
true.
Yeah.
4th of July fucking rules.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I saw that at a sold-out Beacon Theater, dude. That was one of the coolest things.
fucking great. I mean,
Yeah.
I was, the standout in the movie, but
You were the Stevie Van Zandt of 4th of July.
I wish I had his fucking wig.
Bobby, did you see Rebecca's period boobs?
Those boobs, I get nervous.
You mean period like?
Yeah,
Like a
bloody
year?
vagina.
Oh.
inside,
She's menstruating.
I thought you meant like an era.
No.
Like-
She's dumping eggs,
like
but
they
her
were
tits
like-
are huge.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like they were colonial tits or something. I didn't understand.
They really are. They really are the third daughter of a king's kids. You will marry my third daughter. Hello.
Rebecca has maiden tits.
Yeah. She has Brussels tits.
Sorry about the smoke. They said we could smoke.
Yeah.
Why are you sorry? Yeah, we're fine. These people are out degenerates. They smoke. The front row. Look at these fucking people.
They look great.
Yeah, they look fantastic, except
Yeah.
for one or two.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, Joe, how are you liking Austin this time?
I mean, can I go second? No, I love Austin.
Wait, before you answer the question, how many people here from Austin? Okay, go, Joe. How do you like it?
Bobby, just real quick, can you, if you're gonna ask questions like that, can you do it in like this format? Can you go, Joe, how are you enjoying Austin? And then I want you to do that.
Yeah, sure. Hang on. Joe, how do you like Austin?
Well, Bob, I find I could use a little more armed security and maybe the National Guard down here in this neighborhood. But no, I love it. I love South Congress. I love North Austin. I love campus.
You're naming
6th and
pretty specific
Brazos could
areas.
use a little touching up, I feel like. If all of you could walk me to my next spot, I would think that was cool. It's trouble, like, on a serious note. Not serious. I don't mean to say that, because that's going to sound... On a jokey, but, like, obviously
We get it,
serious
we
also
get it.
note. It's insane how much denial the people of this city are in. Like, I'll be like, it's wild down here. People are like, how do you mean?
It's true.
I'm like, I don't know. There's a guy with a fucking wooden shiv right there. And they're like, oh, I don't even...
And it doesn't make sense because we were in front of the hotel smoking, and the guy was like, "Sir, you cannot smoke in front of the hotel." I go, "Is there a smoking section?" He goes, "In that alley or on that corner of the street." And there was like a guy in a diaper shitting himself in front of the hotel. I'm like, "That's okay. I'm paying to be in the hotel."
I'd say if you walk like to the parish, like across the highway by yourself, you have a skydiving chance at survival.
Yes. Or a keto.
Or you're waiting for someone to test you.
And I want a guy strapped to me who's an expert in the neighborhood.
Do you know, I talked about
skydiving.
this I think with Rogan, he didn't know that there's a website that's just fights on this street. Yeah. It's Austin, Texas street fights, and it's just fights, but the cops don't stop them. Or no, they do. They stop. No one gets arrested, right? They just pepper spray them from far, dude. They got super soakers of pepper spray. These things got distance and aim. It's like when you see people flick a quarter like that. They just drill it, and then they pull a bunch of like fat women with their dresses around their waist off each other, and then a bunch of guys cheer and yell "World Star" every night.
I
right there.
I had a lady last night, as I was talking, I was like, yeah, it's a little crazy, you know? And then she's like, where are you from? Like, she thought I was from, like, Kansas. And I'm like, I'm from New York City. And she's like, what? That must be. And I'm like, no. This is uniquely Austin, that there's bachelorette parties and stabbings, like, together.
Yeah.
Like, in a...
Yeah. There's literally a bachelorette party on a bicycle machine running over homeless people lying in the street. There's fucking techno music playing. It's fucking nuts, this town.
Do you know there's a serial killer who's pushing drunk people into a river or something? And nobody here knows how to swim, so they die from drowning in a lake.
It's not people, it's dudes.
It's dudes, they say.
It's a certain dude. Yeah.
What is it?
What's that?
What do you mean? White dudes?
I didn't mean it like that, you fucking racist.
Everything's got to be race with that guy.
I meant men, you cocksucker.
White men.
I keep getting
good-looking men.
I'm getting conflicting info. I heard 25 to 30 dark complexion, like mostly Latinos. That's what I heard from multiple people. You're saying yes. Yeah, you got it wrong, sir.
Yeah, you're fine, buddy.
You're whitewashing this serial killer.
Typical
Austin.
Not cool.
We're endangered species, dude. They're coming for us.
Yeah.
This fucking big guy's eating like a billy goat in the front row. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
God bless him, though. I like he's big past the point of giving a fuck about eating publicly. He was scraping the bottom of a guacamole with a chip. You're not supposed to lift it out of the container ever.
Yeah, what did you adopt this gorilla?
It's gonna go bad too, like the lady who had the monkey. Like he's gonna attack one of her friends one day and rip her face off.
Yeah, she's gonna make a 911 call. He's eating my friend's face. Sharon, she's eating Sharon's face off. But here's the deal with Austin. We have to admit that it's becoming a comedy. It's replaced LA for comedy, right? I mean, there's so.
If you want to do comedy in Fallujah.
No, I do agree, Bob. It is becoming...
Fucking Fallujah. That was good. Come on, give me some of that right there. That's our new thing, by the way.
It is becoming completely and obviously unsustainable, if that's what you mean.
No.
Just kidding.
There's a vacuum of power, and
No, there's a lot of cities with 14 full-time comedy clubs and 75,000 people living in the city. The math is perfect.
A lot of comics are moving here, man.
I know.
A lot of comics are coming here. Joe Rogan just opened his new club. Have you been to it?
I have not, no.
Okay, and what would it take? I want to know what would it take for you to move here?
it being a different place.
What would Rogan have to do to get you here?
It's not Rogan. It's what would the gods have to do, and that is get rid of the humidity, please. No rattlesnakes, and don't tell me that a fucking metal bucket's a pool.
Yeah, it's a horse trough. And you guys call it a cowboy pool.
A cowboy pool. That's the thing that when Yosemite Sam's ass is on fire, he jumps into it. My biscuits are burning.
It's true. You're gonna pay $100 extra at an Airbnb to put your fucking butt into a bug catcher.
It's a beer trough for a party.
Yeah.
You're supposed to lay in it like some hillbilly.
You know they don't clean it either.
I'm from the city, you rubes. Our pools live in the ground.
I had one above the ground.
I know you did. What happened to it?
I gave it to Lewis.
An above ground pool?
Yeah, I was like...
How do you give an above ground pool to someone? I still thought those were pretty permanent in their own way.
No. Not this one. It was just the liner with PVC pipes. I got it at Job Lots for $3.50. And when the pandemic hit, I went to my wife sent me to Job Lot. She goes, "Get this pool. It's $3.50. We're gonna need something to do this summer." So I got it. I put it together. It lasted.
We got to work on that impression of your wife.
Why?
You're like an old Jewish lady. I know we have to get the thing, and it's hot outside, so you gotta go another.
I gave it to Lewis. I was like, "Do you want my pool?" He's like, "I'll take it, doggy." And I was like,
you can't call it a pool if you can give it to someone who's driving a fucking Dodge Stratus to take in one trip. Hey, you want my pool outsides? Hey, you want my pool skeleton with a tarp? You basically gave him a puddle catcher to go lay in with his child. You gave it away because you were humiliated in it. You, I know for a fact, have a neighbor with an in-ground pool, and he looked at you in that thing and was like, yo.
I do have a neighbor with an in-ground pool, and you fucking tainted that relationship.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
You were part of it.
I was.
Yeah, you were. Thank you.
Whew, that got uncomfortable.
Do you remember the party?
Joe, you were
at the
Joe
party?
was there.
I remember the pool. Yeah, I let Lewis has a son who's 10, and then he does jujitsu, and I do jujitsu. So I was like, let's roll. And then I let him choke me out because that makes me come. And then he's still talking shit. Like I'm 40. I could have fucked his kid up. I had to add up at the last second. I could have fucked his kid or fucked him up, but I let him choke me out, and I tapped, and then still, every time I see him, he's like, "That's the bitch I choked out, right?" And I'm like, "Dude."
Yeah, but my son says the same thing. They want to fuck you next time you come to the house.
Next time, I'm gonna roll with little Jay. I'm gonna break his fucking arm off and hand it back to him. Just
Beat him in record time.
yeah, and then be like, "Oh, is that the little boy whose arm is broken with my fucking lethal hands, bitch?" But yeah, I was there.
So
I don't know if that was the same party. I don't think James was at this one because the one
James was that. It was the party because I had barbecues at my house, and I would invite. I'm from two different generations. I have Colin Quinn and Jim Norton and Voss and Patrice and all those. Yeah, most of them are sick or dying.
Yeah,
or dead.
Patrice hasn't come in a while.
So when I saw that,
that's the barbecue when you bring out the old record player with the big horn on it. Like a fella once said,
Colin's just dancing with Norton, slow dancing. But I have another generation, Lewis and Jay and Dan and you remember
Joe.
Dan and
Soda?
Should we pour one out for him? Dan
Sure.
passed away last night.
No, shut up! Don't say that. He's not fucking died.
That must have mean the Dan I talked to today was his ghost.
And I used to throw a party, and I would invite both, fractions of this, So the young bucks would be over here, and the old cats would be over here. So you guys used to get mad at me because you thought I put you in a section.
Oh, the kids' table.
Yeah, I didn't put you at the kids' table.
You kids tabled me.
You just sat at the kids' table.
And I'd be looking over people, I'm like, they don't really hang with Florentine like that. Why is he over there? But then, then I
had a party for you guys.
And then you said the neighbors at
Dolores. I had a 78-year-old woman next door, Dolores. Lovely woman. And she had an in-ground pool. And she said, "I'm leaving for a couple weeks. You can use the pool if you want for your party." And I was like, "Oh, that's great." And I had you guys over, and you guys fucking ruined it.
No one ruined it.
Lewis got naked
Yes.
in Dolores' driveway.
Lewis got naked, and then we did take his clothes and we threw him in the middle of the street where you'd have to run out front of your house naked to go get it. But
in Dolores' fucking driveway.
What, did she have a Ring video doorbell? It was fine.
I have other fucking neighbors.
He covered his dick with his hand.
There was a naked Puerto Rican running down Dolores' driveway, and all the neighbors didn't know she was gone. They thought Dolores was fucking raped by a Puerto Rican.
The chicken was good, though.
It was good. Chicken was fucking great.
I'm usually not a barbecue chicken guy, but it was good.
I like the party you had. Remember when you like cut up some logs? Like you cut down a tree and then you cut up logs to make chairs, but then you didn't like polyurethane or anything.
Oh,
like
they were
that?
just buggy logs.
It was just
I set up one of those things.
We
I
were
think
all
of
covered in
fleas.
spiders like all day, just wet live logs. And Keith Robinson was like losing his shit. He's like, "Fuck you, Bob." I can't do the impression, obviously, but if Dan
You
were
were like
here-
this.
Oh.
Fuck you. That was good. That was pretty close.
Come on, Bobby, what are you doing with your goddamn tree trunk on your Bobby, why are you fucking... Man, come over here on my left. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I want the names of everyone laughing. It's fucked up. He's handicapped now.
It is awful.
He's African American and handicapped, and you guys are poking fun. Not cool. This is Austin, okay? Keep it sensitive. I have a new slogan for Austin. Keep it a little less weird?
Sure.
How about keep it safe?
Yeah.
We had.
How about Austin? A little more, police? I'm one more day in Austin away from getting a Ron DeSantis tattoo.
Stop and frisk.
Is
kidding.
it hard for you though? Like this is your first Moontower without Dan doing the bonfire.
Don't do this. Don't do this, dude. The sex is different. You're a more passionate lover because you've got like a Latino flavor about you. Dan's like a real Frankenfucking, you know what I mean? He just comes in, his eyes roll back in his head, and when he's done, he comes back.
You have to admit, Jay, you really upgraded on the lip game for your co-host. Look at these lips. Are you kidding? Fucking spectacular.
Yeah, the lips, the skin, the guy's the total package.
Oh, I just tooted.
Oh, toots on command. The guy's
That's
the
maybe
did I
two.
say the guy's the total package?
Let me ask you a question, Joe. If you had to replace Mark on your podcast, who would you replace it with?
That's tough. Somebody that is as popular. So, not
David Letterman?
Yeah. Certainly not you, but somebody. Oh, jeez, I thought you were vomiting on me. Yeah, I don't know. He's irreplaceable. Soder's replaceable, let's be honest, but Mark is.
That's fucking terrible. You're a dick.
I know. No, I don't know. I would end the show like a good friend.
That's right. You know what? He's got a point.
I would just be like, we had a good run.
He's
Let's
got a
wrap it
fucking
up.
point. Should have just fucking wrapped it
He
up.
didn't say we shouldn't do radio anymore. He said, I don't want to do radio anymore. I was like, oh, because I was like way in. For real, because I'm way into it. So, fucking they said it right. They were calling Bobby for the first few weeks stepdad. And then somebody wrote, Bobby's not stepdad. He's the dad who stepped up.
I like that. Fucking love you, son.
That's really sweet. But I like Dan better, for sure.
Fuck you. You like Dan better because he's fucking easy to swallow. Who do you think is gonna die next?
Like in our friend group, or you or
Yeah.
Dan?
Like in our group.
It's tough.
Because it
what do you
was
think?
me until I lost the weight.
Yeah.
Right?
Now I feel like you could beat everybody up. Like you're like solid, bro. Look at Bob. He's like a man now.
What?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
look at-
one
those are-
woman and four guys.
That woman, that felt real.
It really fucking bugs me. I get no like sexy nothing from like the fans. There's no girls sending me. I don't get boob
That's
pics.
not true. That's not true.
I've gotten one.
It's a woman getting butt fucked by her husband, Bobby.
Yeah, but that was from the guy. It was more his dick than her asshole. It was like, she was like, all right, I'll do it, I guess.
It's not wrong. It is a bit of a commercial for this guy's dick.
Yeah, his dick was nuts. His dick was two of these.
The guy had a big dick. He was really showing it off, but it was butt fucking his wife. Sent it to Bobby as a little welcome to the bonfire.
I mean, I'm not fucking shunning it, but I would like, a boob or a, hey, check these
There was a
pubes
boob.
out.
There was a boob. There was a vagina, and there was a large dick in a woman's butt. It was a little bit everything. It was like a sundae.
I don't know. You get a lot of dick pics? I mean, pussy and titties?
Which one did you mean?
You got a chick with tits and a dick?
No, I've never gotten sexted by a trans person, but I would accept.
Oh, I have your letter.
I would take a peek. That's my most looked at Reddit thread. It's called Big Dick Girl.
It was so addicting. I've never seen it.
It's so addicting.
And he showed it to me, and we were just scrolling, and it's not even like a.
It's not sexual.
It's not sexual. It's really not. It's like fascinating.
It's pure fascination.
Every dick is different than the other. I didn't know dicks were so different.
Do I want to feel it? Yeah. Not in a gay way. In a fascinated way.
No. I'm fascinated by cum on my face, too. Just a hot, it's just interesting.
You should always address your fascinations, Joe.
Just a hot.
This week's YKWD is sponsored by BetterHelp. But getting to know yourself can be a lifelong process, especially because we're always growing and changing. All right. I've been going to therapy for decades. Why? Because I believe you need to talk to somebody neutral, somebody who you can't talk to your wife about everything. You can't talk to your friends about everything or family. You just can't. And talking to somebody neutral about the things that are bothering you, get it off your plate, resentments, issues, anything you can talk to and work through it. And you know what? BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on that journey of self-discovery. Whoever you are, okay? If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Just give them a try. It's entirely online. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You have to park a car. You have to wait in the lobby and see maybe people you know, and now they know you're going to therapy. It's convenient, flexible, suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/dude today. Get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/dude.
Load shot on my forehead. I'm just interested. I want to know more about it.
I'm sitting under a fucking jet engine fan. I've been trying to light the cigar for an hour and a half. Your shitty lighter stinks. Anybody have a jet lighter? Nice talking to you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. What's up? Oh, yeah. Can you
Bobby,
throw it up here?
Bobby, I have a match.
Don't do it.
Your face and my ass. Classic Listy. I think, Bobby, because I have the same thing. Like, everyone's, people, I know I have friends that, everyone's just sending them tits and stuff, but I think people see us as, good men. We're like...
You?
Yeah. I'm like, they see me, they're like, wow, somebody likes them. That's great.
But are you going to is it not okay at home if someone just sends you random pussy and tit pics?
Nobody does, but if they did, I'd be like, look how crazy this is.
Yeah, okay. So
you'd show your wife?
I think so, yeah.
I show Christine. Of course, half the time I said. That was very organic. I show her 3/4 of the time.
You're out of your fucking mind. You left your phone in the room. You left your phone in the room, and we ran back up to get that fucking thing.
Why would you make that up? We didn't run back up at all. We went down. Christine had the phone.
Why are you singing your sentences? I don't know what's happening.
Because you're telling fibs.
I'm kidding.
We ran back for the phone. We didn't run back for the phone.
I'm joking. It was a joke. I
did make the joke though when we went in the room. I go, I left my phone in the room. Christine's in there breaking up with me right now.
There was a time when I had my phone that I wouldn't leave it at home. When my wife was my girl.
That's because it was a landline.
Joe.
Sorry, I interrupted, but I felt like if I missed it, it would. You know what I mean? It felt
was
like
good.
I
It was
had
good.
I made an executive decision. I feel bad.
No,
What were you gonna say?
I had the first, the flip phone, the first one with video, and what the fuck? And I had some videos on there that were bad, and Dawn found them.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I left my phone at the cellar.
You took the videos. I'm asking.
What are you, fucking an investigator for my wife?
No, I'm asking.
I mean,
You
we
said it
don't
had a
need to get
video.
into details. She might hear this, you cocksucker. What the
You
fuck?
just said
Yes, it
you
was
had a
back-
video
It
of
was
phone.
yes, it was before.
They weren't sending you a video.
I didn't think
you
it
had
was
to
through.
take the video.
Yes, Jay. It
I
was
just want everybody to be on the
before.
same page. It's a fan-inclusive conversation.
It was before you could send videos. You had to take them. So yes, I'm a worse person than you.
I got caught. Somebody once beeped me nudes before. Damn, it would have been funny if I said beeped me nudes the first time. Fuck all of you. Dude, I said I always convinced my ex-wife that it wasn't weird to turn your phone off at night and put it inside your pillowcase.
You got a fucking tumor on your head so you don't get caught cheating.
So I won't live my life anymore where I have to go, my phone's in the room, I have to run back upstairs.
Have you ever gotten caught cheating on somebody?
No, I'm not a big cheater. Thank you. Thank you. I'm all talk, guys. I don't.
Look at all these girls happy.
I would break out in hives. I feel like Sarah always said if I fucked a woman on the road, I would come home and be like, "Hey, babe, it was great. I'm sorry."
I legitimately think in 2010 I popped anxiety from all that kind of shit. Yeah, just like lying so much. It went fucking nutty. But I remember, dude, my phone being missing one day. It simply fell in the crack of the cushion on the couch where I was sitting. But I had friends over and no one knew what was going on as I was frantically, they're like, we were watching an Eagles game or something. They go, "Oh, that was a good play." I'm like, super good play. I kept yelling for my ex to see where she was and what her voice sounded like.
It's like Marco Polo.
"Hey, Carla." She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, nothing yet. There's still time to find this thing."
One time, you want to hear this is what closest I have to a cheating story. I had a girlfriend that I lived with, and I was bartending, and this woman was like, "God, you're so adorable. I just want to kiss you on the face." And I was like, "Wow, you can." And then she went like a closed lip, like, and I was like, "Whoa!" And then the next day, my appendix erupted, and I was like, "Dude, that was fucking crazy. That was like karma shit." And I was like, "I can't. What am I gonna do? Fuck a woman? My dick will fall off. I'll get pancreatic cancer or something." I swear to God. It was the next day. I was like, "Oh, my stomach is like killing me." Yeah.
You burst your own appendix with anxiety?
With a smooch.
Smooch. You fucking sissy.
But it was hot though. Like I remember being like, "Oh, I just kissed her." I go, "This is fucking crazy." And then I had to have surgery the next day. So be careful, boys.
I got caught cheating a couple times. It's not. I'll tell you what. It sucks getting caught cheating, but there is a feeling of relief when it's over. When you get caught, because now you don't have to lie. You don't have to. It's over. Like
Nah, just bury it and never think about it again.
Yeah. It's like herpes. Once you get it, you're like, "Phew, I don't have to worry about that anymore." Serious. It's a nice feeling. Like you guys all have to be like, "I think I might have herpes." I'm like, "No, I have herpes. It's all over me. Covered." What? It's fun. It's something to do. Like I gotta go get Valtrex. I gotta eat right for a couple days. There's a couple. I could pop some shit.
Look at all the young girls just threw up in their mouths.
I made up the part of
Those girls have herpes.
Yeah, you'll get it.
Yeah,
You'll have it.
No more HPV though.
One guy with 3 hot
Yeah,
dames over there.
He's gay.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's fucking
No, your husband's
friends.
gay. Yeah, watch out, there's a serial killer. That would suck if he got killed by the serial killer, and that's how you found out your husband was queer.
Oh, he's one of those gay people in the river.
He didn't know how to swim.
Yeah. Gays can't swim with those wrists.
Actually, they swim better with those wrists.
No, they're limp. They can't pull water through them.
You know what I heard? This is pretty funny. There's an anesthesiologist who, when they put people out, people with a southern accent, when they come out, they have their accent. They still have their southern accent, or whatever. If they're from another country, from England, they still have the accent, the English accent. But when a gay guy comes out of the anesthesia, they talk regular, and they slowly turn gay.
I knew it was a choice. Gay's a choice.
Gay's a choice.
Gay's a...
So it's they come out, they're like, what the fuck happened? What's going on? Hey, do you have a cracker? Do I have orange juice? Is there any OJ? I feel just...
Was it a successful surgery? I'm back. What's up? Bring me something gluten-free.
My appendix burst, but I feel good today.
This is one of
I
those bits.
smooched a lady yesterday.
I have herpes.
This is part of our... We're writing jokes.
Joe
the
is
musical.
gay. Joe is gay. No.
This is one of those bits when you're doing it, I lower the mic to show that I'm not smiling. I don't think this is
First of
funny at all.
It's hard to see you smile anyways.
I have proof that I'm not gay. I can't open my mouth wider than this.
Or are you a great gay? That Joe List is tight.
You have a 12-year-old pussy mouth.
Oh, Robert!
I had to get thinner cigars for you, fucking Joe.
Robert Patrick. You're talking about children's pussies. That is not at this festival, young man. Take it to Skankfest.
How did you know my middle name?
Because you're bit. My name's Robert Patrick Kelly. I'm Irish. I have rights. I was a big fan of yours before I met you. I had a Robert Kelly sticker on my first comedy notebook.
Bobby, you're an Irish Catholic from Boston. I know your name is Bobby Kelly, and I'm sure I just knew it. But when he goes, how did you know my full name? And I said in my head, he goes, probably Robert Patrick Kelly.
Could have been a Brendan in there. Also, isn't it weird? This is not going to be funny, but there's some like first names that you know the ethnicity. Like Brendan is an Irish name. There's no Italian Brendans.
I would have just made that a guy was like a baby with their collar flipped up on their polo shirt. Is that Irish, Brendan?
Yeah.
Brendan.
Do you know a Brendan that's not Irish? There you go. I think
Is there a Brendan here?
Brendan Lee.
Brendan Sagalow? Brendan Scott?
Shaw.
Brendan?
Is there a Brendan Schaub?
Yeah.
Dude, you know who the fuck that is.
His name's Brendan?
The guy from the thing.
What thing?
From the fucking
I didn't know his name was
Fighter and the
Brendan.
Kid. Yeah, Brendan Shaw.
What do you think it was?
Oh,
Mike Shaw?
what'd you think of-
people just refer to him as Schaub.
Well,
You just thought that was...
yeah. We call you Joe. We don't say Joe List. We say
Right.
Joe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. His name is Brendan Shaw. He has a first name.
All right. Well, I forgot. I spaced. What the fuck? Why is everyone acting crazy?
What's this guy's problem with Brendan Shaw?
Fuck, yeah, why you got a problem with him?
I've never met the man in my life.
Well, you want to fight him?
No. Is he here? I feel like he's gonna choke me out from behind, like James. Remember earlier the kid?
Yeah,
that
we
choked me out?
remember. We got it.
It's Schaub. That's an Irish name. Oh, Schaub. McSchaub?
Shaw.
Isn't he Mexican?
What? No, his wife's Mexican.
What is he?
A
Irish.
UFC guy. A comedian.
No, what? He's white? He's just straight up white. Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was Spanish.
So did everybody else.
I think he's just tough. I think if someone's tough, you think they're Spanish.
No, if someone carries a knife all the time, I think they're Spanish. If someone's pregnant at 12, I think they're Spanish.
If they have more than 6 kids, I think they're
If
Spanish.
somebody wears flip-flops with nice jeans, I think they're Spanish. If somebody owns more than one mesh tank top, I think they're Spanish. If someone calls donkeys burros, I think they're Spanish.
Someone has a pit bull and says they're good dogs. They're Spanish.
Justin Silver's Spanish?
Justin Silver is as Spanish as they get.
It's a good dog. He's friendly. Is Justin here?
No.
No.
What the fuck was that? Who said no? Are you waiting for Justin? Did he
He's
stand you
watching
up?
Josh practice not introducing you well tonight.
Give it up! Okay.
Now that
I was mad last night too because I wanted to sing Kelly Clarkson. Since You've Been Gone. Thank you.
We did.
No, we kinda did.
That's what you wanted, though.
I wanted the full fucking song. I wanted to get a dress, and I wanted to get a little disco belt right under my tits. Just like Kelly. We could have got pocketbooks instead of cowboy hats.
And you could have dedicated it to Dan. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone, the show is not as good.
I was going to go something the other way, but since you've been gone, advertisements have stayed pretty steady. Listenership hasn't gone down at all.
Now that I'm saying it in my head, Brendan Shaw, it clicks. But separating Shaw and it just didn't click.
It's fine.
I know about Brendan Shaw.
You don't want any trouble. I get it.
Hey, what movie is this? We don't want any trouble. Not in any language. Come on. That's
No, but-
Tombstone. Come on. Classic.
Tombstone.
It was
Most
playing-
of the kids in here are fucking 14.
But it was playing
But
at
this guy's a 208-year-old Indian from a cigars bar.
Yeah. Are you still fucking eating?
Yes.
Why are you still chewing?
He was a
on
cigar.
what? Where is it? Jesus, no, I don't. I lost weight. Thanks.
It looks like he was a cigar store Indian statue, and his gypsy wife cursed him to life.
Could you guys stop picking a fight with a 6'7" Native American who's wearing a shirt that says "Fight me"? The fuck? Seriously. You can't tell. His shirt literally says "Fight me," and Bob and Jay are like, "Look at this fucking idiot." I'm like, dude.
It says the bonfire, though. Sounds cool.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you pay him to walk you to your shows?
How?
Chief, can you get Joe to his shows okay?
We'll pay you in rice and blankets.
Fucking Chief Street Smarts. Would you help Joe get safely to his next venue?
A life of a stand-up comedian's crazy. It's crazy. You're nonstop. You're standing up till dawn. Then you're dreaming about comedy. And then you wake up thinking about comedy. But running yourself into the ground will never work. You need to make sure you're getting a good night's sleep when you can. And that goes for everybody, not just comedians. That goes for everybody. Nurses, teachers, cops. That's where GhostBed can help you. GhostBed mattresses, they're designed with premium materials and a patented cooling feature, which I love. Take advantage of free shipping and a 101-night mattress sleep trial and financing. Get this, starting at $35 a month, you can have a new mattress, and most of the orders ship within 24 hours, so you can start sleeping better this week. Listeners get 40% off all products site-wide. You can get 40% off mattresses, adjustable bases, and bedding accessories, or get 50% off when you bundle a mattress with an adjustable base. Use promo code YKWD at ghostbed.com/YKWD for 40% off site-wide, limited time only.
Bobby, though, I know Bobby's a tough guy from Boston, but Bobby doesn't play around out here. All the 3 days we've been here, at some point I've been like, let's cut through this alley, and Bobby goes, nope.
Yeah. This is fucking, because you smoke 19 joints.
Yeah.
You don't see what I see.
Oh, I see
Reality.
it. I see it. I'm just so high. I'm like, bring it on, you fucking toothless homeless fucks.
Fucking
I want to
guy.
fight him like the last dragon where they all stand in a circle around me.
Yeah.
I'm like, take this fucking fat lady with a face tattoo and no teeth. Suck on that, I think, black guy with long hair.
Dude, I walk around. It looks like the game Frogger when I'm walking. I'm like, doop, 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 boop. I have like 40,000 steps just going from here to the hotel. It's insane. You know what I do? I stay longer than I should at one venue, so it makes sense that I'm jogging. I'm like, I'm late for my spot. I'm just sprinting through people. I'm terrified.
You wanted to go down the fucking alley last night. It looked like the fucking Thriller video.
It's true.
You fucking nuts, dude.
I was ready to drop in, dude.
And we're halfway down the alley. I'm like, I'm turning around. You're like, what, man? What's going on? The fuck is wrong with you, dude?
You won't fight a homeless?
No, I'm not gonna fight a homeless.
If they
No.
get aggressive, dude?
I'm not fighting a fucking lady with a fucking diaper and a vacuum cleaner. I'm not doing it.
Well, then I guess they're only going to announce my name on TexasStreetFights.com also.
Bobby, you met the local abortion doctor? Too soon? I thought that was good. She has a vacuum cleaner? All right. Well, swing and a miss, I guess.
We did the.
Now, look at this crowd. They all had the kid.
We did your living wake last night. That was kind of, I'll be honest with you, I had fun, but it was kind of...
Horrible. They should have... It was booked insane. Dulce Sloan, I don't know
I was the only
Dulce
friend
Sloan.
of his on the fucking
You and
wake.
Josh. Well, Jeremiah and me are friends, and Brad Williams, I'm friend. But that was... Dulce Sloan was like, your fan base sucks, but you seem nice. That was fucking weird.
Oh, that's what you would say at your wake.
Yeah. Hey, I don't like none of y'all, but he was all right. Her compliments were so weird. She was like, Jay seemed like the kind of white dude that black people were like, all right. And then something else nice between a bunch of long mm-hms. And then... She cooked a live bundt cake. Put the butter in. No.
It was fucking... It
was weird.
I get it, but you're sitting up there, and you don't have a mic, and you're just sitting there like
She's
you're
like,
dead.
Skankfest sucks. Weird.
It was a little weird, and to think that you died, and what I would say at your wake, it's kind of sad.
No, it's fine.
But we did find out that I don't even really know you.
Not at all. Bobby told 3 of our probably most historic stories. Not one fact right in any one of them. He just has to believe what I tell him. I really should have made up more nefarious things you've done.
I don't even know. Because I went out there, I was like, me and Jay met.
Yeah.
I don't know how we met. Like,
Yeah. He goes, I asked Jay to go on a gig with me. I'm like, already right there, wrong. You asked Kevin Hart to go on a gig with you. And as an open micer, he still said, nah. But my fat friend Jay has a car, and you were like, I'll take that.
what was your car again? What was it, a Honda?
At that point,
Yeah.
Saturn.
I remember Norton had a Saturn too. He had we were at the...
What a sad car.
It is a sad car. It was economical though. And I remember we were driving back, me and this kid were driving back from a gig in the meatpacking district where that's where most of the transsexual hookers used to be. And we're at a red light and the kid said, hey, is it true that Jim Norton really likes transsexual hookers? And we saw a black transsexual hooker coming down the street that looked like Keith Robinson in a wig.
Okay.
Now, I think she had a limp.
Okay.
And I looked over and Jim Norton was in a Saturn next to us, rolling his window, going, hey, hey, hey. And she was like, what you want, little man? And I was like, does that answer your question? And I just went, yo, Jim, and he went, and he stepped on the gas and peeled away.
Even a trans prostitute judges a Saturn.
Have you ever been with a hooker?
No, but my friend Tom Dustin, I got robbed by hookers in Miami. And I've told the story many times, but I thought I was just doing well. I didn't know it was just these two black ones. They look like very similar to Ice Cube. And then they came
They look
up,
like NWA.
yeah, and they came up on either side of me. They're like, "Hey, sugar, let's go to your room." And I was like, I must be looking great. And I was like, yeah, okay. And I took them to my room, and then I thought I was going to have a threesome, and one was smearing her tits on my glasses, which I remember being a little annoyed, because I'm like, that's going to take some time to clean that. She was like doing this.
You got to get the cocoa butter off your glasses.
Yeah, lotions and fucking...
And the other one was rubbing my dick, like, over the jeans, and I was like, woo! And then my friend Tom Dustin, wonderful comic, he came in, and he's like, Joe, I just got fucking robbed. All my money's gone. And I'm like, dude, who cares? Look at this. I was like, look at this shit. And then he left, like, upset. And then she went back to smushing her tits on my face. And I was like, man, this is crazy. And then they both abruptly left. They were like, all right, we're out of here. And I remember being like, why did they just leave? What did I do?
Your glasses are all scratched up from shaved nipple hair whiskers.
And then I remember going, that's weird. They left so abruptly. And then I was like, what was Tom saying? And then I looked at my bag. I had a duffel bag, and all the zippers were unzipped. And I was like, fuck. And I had they took $1,000 cash. I didn't have an ATM card at the time. They took 100% of my money and all of his money.
Valtrex?
No, that was pre.
Is that how you got it?
She was so dirty, she rubbed her tits on my face, and I got genital herpes from it. But yeah, and we got robbed. That was my hooker experience.
I think my first ever thing...
Are you falling asleep?
No. I'm just looking at you with a serious, like, what was the late night Tom got? Fuck it. Who cares?
Tom Sawyer?
Maybe. My first hooker thing, I was robbed by her, but just verbally by her demanding all of my money. I just gave it to her. I had $200 in cash on me total. I was on a trip. I got a job, and I had to go. I was counting cars for like an engineering company, and they sent me to Western Pennsylvania with like, they're like, whatever you spend, like you can expense it. And my grandmother, rest in peace, my mom, she gave me $200 cash so I could eat for the week. And I was like,
For the week?
For the week. And I didn't have any money. And when the first day we were out there counting these cars, I saw a thing that was like massages, girls, like truck stop place. And I went in there, and a 55-year-old lady with turquoise rings on took me to a massage room and started running her weird fingernails through my dick hair and near my dick. And then she goes, you wanna, and she finger fucked her hand. And I went, yeah. And she goes, 300. And I went, I don't have 300. She goes, what do you have? And I went, 200. And she goes, that. And I gave her 100% of the money I owned to fuck on the first day of a 3-day trip.
What did you eat?
I told the other guys that my money fell out of my pocket, and if I'll get them back if they pay for my things, my food. So they did. And by the way, all week being like, that sucks so bad your money went away. I'm like, right? I'm like, what sucks so bad is my patchy dick hair from that turquoise ring ripping it all out. We had to fuck her. I was gonna have a bald wiener.
My first hooker was in Boston. It was after I won a competition. Remember the comedy riot, the BCN comedy riot?
Yeah.
Me, Dane Cook, this other two dudes, we won this big, huge comedy competition, and they were going to IHOP, and I was like, I want to get a hooker.
I bet Dane Cook still got pussy at that IHOP though.
And I went, my friend, what the fuck, I don't know what his name was, Damien or something. Donnie, and he had a car, so he gotta go take me down to downtown Boston. And Patrice showed me where the hookers were. And this old black lady, she's like 50. What?
Yikes.
Don't be ageist.
Yeah.
And I remember she came up to the car.
50's the new 47.
She came up to the car and she goes, what do you got? What do you got? And I was like, I'd like a blowjob. And she's like, all right. She goes, $20. I go, I have $18.50. And she goes, all right, get in, motherfucker. But get in the back seat with me. He'll drive us. So.
Your car?
No, it was his car. He had a four-door Audi, a shitty car. So he drove us around. She was in the back seat. And I remember she goes, give me the money. So I gave her the $18. She goes, where's the 50 cents? And I remember I had a quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel. And I dropped one of the dimes, and she made me find it on the floor.
That's hilarious.
Well, deal's a deal. She's a businesswoman first.
A dime was a phone call back then, though.
Yeah. And so she said, she goes, take it out. So I took my dick out, and then she put a rubber. She gave me a rubber. She goes, put that on your dick. And I was like, okay. And then she goes, get it to the edge. Get it to the edge. And I didn't know what she meant. So I just started jerking off. And then I looked in the rearview mirror, and it was cops. And I went, cops! And she jumped on the floor. She goes, motherfucker, y'all coming with me. If I go, you fucking... She kept yelling at me, get it to the edge, baby. Just get it to the edge. Mama's gonna make you come. Just get it to the edge. Get it to the edge.
While the cops were behind you?
Behind me. So I just was nervously jerking off. And I just was jerking off. And then the cops took a left. And she came back up. And she was like, I came. She was like, you came? What the fuck did you come for, motherfucker? I said, get it to the edge. Don't come. And she goes, just let me out right here. And she got out, and I heard her going to all her other hooker friends on the stoop. This motherfucker just jerked off for $18.50. And then my friend, I was still in the back seat with my dick in the car, and we were coming in, and I was just sad. And I remember my friend's eyes in the rearview mirror, and he goes, dude, next time, just give me the $18. I'll drive you around, and you can jerk off in the back of my car.
Hilarious. When I used to drop off Keith Robinson and Kevin Hart, we used to drop them off at Kevin's house, and I would drive back to South Jersey. And I would drive through Camden, New Jersey to wake up because it was alive with action.
Yeah.
Children on the street, violence, fights, hookers, drug dealers.
The Austin of New Jersey.
It's fucking crazy here.
And I was in a red light, and a hooker just started walking up to this big black lady started walking up to my window. And I roll the window up, and she just puts her hand on the side of the door, and she's like talking through the window. And then I didn't know there was a cop behind me, and he just turns his lights on, and he goes, "Step away from the car, miss." And she goes, "This my cousin. He my cousin." And I go, "Sir, are you her cousin?" And I roll out the window. I go, "No." He goes, "Drive away, please."
I love your mic technique, too. Sir, is that your cousin?
No.
Was she mad? Did she react? Was she like, what?
No, I just walked away. I mean, she wasn't getting in, if not. Thank God. Dude, North Philly was crazy. I had a hooker jump in my car one day. Just open door, jump in my car. And she goes, what do you want to do? I was like, get out of my car, please. And she goes, give me $5, I'll get out of the car. And I was like, wow. I'm not giving you money to get out of my car. I was delivering auto parts in this bad neighborhood. She goes, give me $5. I got out of the car. I go, get the fuck out of my car. And she goes, oh, you got a phone charger? Let me call my mama. And then she goes, no. And then she goes, $2, I'll get out of the car. And I gave her $2.
Wow.
She wrote me for 1 block while we had this weird argument. And I was like, my doors are always locked when I drive from that day on.
I saved a hooker's life one night.
I think we're just one-upping each other.
My mother's a hooker. How did you save her life?
A hooker once saved my life.
I did. It was late night, and I saw her at it was cold, Boston, cold.
Yeah.
Freezing out. And she was at a 7.
Oh, it's Boston strong.
She was at a 7-Eleven, and I pulled up, and she was like, you want some action or whatever. And it was really cold out. So I was like, yeah, how much? She goes, $20 or whatever. I was, all right, let's go. And she goes, $20 and some nachos. So I had to buy a nachos.
That's not good pre-fuck food.
Yeah, she was hungry, man.
You gonna load her up with jalapeno farts?
She did. She got nachos with everything. It was gross. And we got in my car. And
Put them guacamole on there.
It was shit guacamole and everything.
Of course.
She had the queso on top.
Oh my God.
And
I tell you what, just ate Doritos mouth is not a good blowjob.
She got into my car and she told me to pull over in this space over by Revere Beach somewhere. And we just sat there and she was eating nachos, but as she warmed up from the heat in the car, her nose started running into the nachos.
Oh.
You said that everything was on them.
So so we wound up just talking for like 3 hours in my car. And then she felt...
What are you, leaving Las Vegas?
Yeah. You're like Travis Bickle.
She actually has a lot of good science ideas.
Then she fell asleep, and I let her sleep for a little bit.
Oh, did you cover her with a blanket for a little bit? He goes, hey, you take the night off.
I stuck a 20 in her tits, and I gave her the money, and then I dropped her off when the sun came up.
Here you go, Sabrina.
How'd you know her name?
It's the only hooker named after a zebra.
She would have died that night. It was that cold. It was cold, dude.
No, hooker pussy never dies. It's like the Goonies.
You wouldn't get a hooker now, would you?
No, those days are done.
Yeah,
I really, honest to God, because it's my own insecurity stuff. It's like, it's why Louis is interesting. Louis J. Gomez, when he describes current or recent time hooker shit, it's with such like, his mind, he's like, yeah, she's probably psyched. Like she comes over and like, oh, it's not some creepy, awful guy. And I don't see it that way. I'm like, I'm going to pay this lady who's coming over to get money to go boot up heroin because her kids are living with the government or something. And then later on, she's going to be taking a scalding hot shower going, that fat fuck came on my tits. So now, short answer, no.
I will give it up over here. Hey, man, what's up? Here.
Wow.
Chris Rogers.
That's tremendous.
Chris Rogers, dude, fucking rules.
Thank you guys.
Chris Rogers Art on fucking Instagram, right? Instagram, right?
Chris Rogers Art, yeah.
Chris Rogers Art.
Chris Rogers Art right here. Unfucking believable. Always at Skagfest. He's amazing. Thanks for coming down to the show. For you, man. Hey.
Chris does the paintings for Kill Tony every week on Monday nights, man. Check him out over at Comedy Mothership, dude. He's the best.
That's
the
amazing.
best.
He also did the George Floyd painting in town, even though he thinks George Floyd died from drugs.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. You're right. That's pretty bold of you to fucking say that,
Weird.
man.
He drew George Floyd mural with George Floyd had a nosebleed. Fuck you. Fuck you. That's funny.
I don't really like the police. I was only kidding. I think they're useless and should be nowhere near any major city.
Except 6th Street, often and
except when you have to go from here to your next show.
Yeah. I wish there was 12 with me currently, but
this guy's gonna carry you like a baby your next show.
Will you walk Joe to his next show? I will. Is this your wife with you right here? How does it feel to be with somebody that big?
Does he?
that was really sweet.
Does he get on top of you?
No. He's not a murderer. He's not gonna...
I know how it works.
You guys never kiss in missionary, ever.
Do you have to use a certain strap and device?
No, you put her at the end of the bed and then you kneel next to the bed. That's what I do.
Ooh. Or you could put like a little chair over the middle of her body or something you can lay your body on top of.
How do you do it? Are you on top like a little bird?
Do You just squat on his totem pole?
When he comes, does it rain?
You guys, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Big J. Oakerson, Joe List. Give it up for Chris. You guys
Chris Rogers, Robet fucking Kelly, everybody.
I love you guys. Patreon,
what,
you guys
dude?
the best ladybugs. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs.